mission checkmate. Got me so hot, there's no coming down. Heaven can't help us now. Your fingerprints here on my skin, it's dizzying. I'm diving in, we're glistening, we're everything. Got me so hot, there's no coming down. Heaven can't help us now. I kept trying to fight it, now I'm swimming in the waves. Let the water lift me up and carry me away. Right here in this room, oh, this is where I wanna stay. You're where I wanna stay. I love your touch, no baby, I can't get enough, enough. Yeah, baby, you got me feeling for your love, your love. Don't know how I could ever be enough, 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 enough. Your touch, no baby, I can't get enough, enough. Yeah, baby, you got me feeling for your love, your love. Don't know how I could ever be enough, 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 enough. Just one look in your eyes, you got me feeling it. You're everything I want, there's no concealing it. Got me so hot, there's no coming down. Heaven can't help us now. I love your touch, no baby, I can't get enough, enough. Yeah, baby, you got me feeling for your love, your love. Don't know how I could ever be enough, 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 enough. Your touch, no baby, I can't get enough, enough. Yeah, baby, you got me feeling for your love, your love. Don't know how I could ever be enough, 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 enough.
Roller coaster ride, hands up in the sky, take you on a ride, love to feel the high. We can start again, laughing to the end, screaming at the top, hope it never stops. We could do it all over, dream is bringing us closer, superstar Nova. Oh, so incredible one time, gotta let it go tonight. Wanna know what it feels like, yeah. We going up, we take it down. Let's spice it up, baby, right here and now. Hey, nothing could be better. So high up in the clouds, let's make it last forever. Can nothing bring us down? Roller coaster, roller coaster ride, hands up in the sky, take you for a ride, love to feel the high. We can start again, laughing to the end, screaming at the top, hope it never stops. We can do it all over, twin is bringing us closer, superstar you like Nova. Oh, so incredible one time, gotta let it go tonight. Wanna know what it feels like, yeah. We going up, baby, we take it down. Oh, oh, let's spice it up, baby, right here and now. Hey, nothing could be better.
Oh, come on. My camera is froze. Ah, no. I was getting ready to start greeting you guys and then this happened. Okay, 1 second. We'll be right back. Oh, come on. What's wrong with that camera? This is the second time it's done this to me. Okay, sorry guys for the technical issues. Just give me a couple of minutes. I don't know what's wrong with the camera today. Huh. What a start. I give up. I give up on the camera. Maybe we can hide it. Yeah, doesn't look like it wants to work. Anyways, while we're waiting for this, how was your Friday, guys? Mine was fine until now. Let's see now. No. Oh, come on. I've restarted the thing like 5 times. Gamer, it was good. Glad to hear that. Actually, I was streaming on Twitch and I'm working on a game. Okay, to be fair, what I streamed on Twitch was something else, but I was streaming on Twitch and then I started working on a game. I'm trying to fix it while we're chatting. Give me a second. Okay, this is embarrassing. Just 1 second. It worked. Hopefully. Please stay working. I think it worked. So I stopped it down from like 60 FPS to 30 FPS. So let's see. The 3D printed 3-bladed Whopper Plopper, does it need support? No. I don't remember it needed support. 1 second. Is this connected? Yeah, the tablet is connected. Oh, I have it open. So you see there's a flat side. This flat side does not require support, and I think the body also does not require support because it also have a flat side. Yeah, so it doesn't require support, but assembling this, I remember was a bit tricky because you need to put the wire through the entire thing, but then this one at the bottom is a screw eye or a twist wire. So if you don't have screw eyes or twist wires, you might end up with only one hook at the back. Yeah. Anyways, back to the point of the video. Man, I lost I lost it after that camera stopped working. I have a new setup. My camera now is up here. It used to be down there, or you might see it in reverse, but it's to my left. Trying some stuff. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna continue the scales, and at the end, of course, we're gonna like split this into a swim bait, make it a 2-part swim bait, and maybe add some internal cavities for the weights and stuff. And if we have time, I wanna experiment with something that if it works, we no longer need to do the scales one by one. Basically, the idea is to do the scales once and then make it basically like a stencil, if that makes sense. So we hand draw the scales one by one, and then we convert it into a stencil or a texture, and then we can apply it to other lures, and we can of course like make the scales bigger or smaller. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll have time. Let's see. I think this is too big. Oh wait, what is this? Draw sharp. This is big, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm pressing the wrong key shortcuts today. I think might be a bit bigger. Something like this. Yeah, probably. Okay, so we're gonna continue these hopefully very quickly. I don't wanna be super picky, so just gonna do that. Yeah, so as I was saying, I was streaming on Twitch, and I was basically like setting up my Twitch stream, like the overlays and stuff, and I got bored from this stuff, and then I decided, you know what? Since I have been using a game engine to make the overlays, I want to learn how to make games. So I'm thinking, why not, since I already have lots of 3D models for fishing lures, why not make a fishing game? Now, of course, I haven't done that yet, so it's not that simple. But yeah, I might start working on a fishing game. It's cool to have my lures in a game that I made. Yeah, I know. It's so cool, but it's too soon. Too soon. There are lots of stuff to learn about game development. It's not that easy. I mean, I know programming. I'm a developer, but game development is something else. It's not the same thing as making websites and apps. It's a completely different thing. Yeah, so as I said, the idea is at the end we can make a plane or something, and then draw some scales, maybe make them look super nice, as detailed as we can, and then we can there's something in Blender called baking. We can bake a height map. So basically these details that we sculpt, we bake them into an image. something like this, yeah. And then we can use this image in we can use it here, for example, as a texture. And then the texture, you can set it to a stencil, and then we can draw our scales on top of anything. So if this works well, then I might make a couple of this one is tricky right here. How did this happen? So I might make a bunch of scale textures, and then I can sell them or something. We'll see.
I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun.
Yeah, because like doing this for every single lure is it's very time consuming, I would say. I mean, you would say that's just like a couple of hours. Well, yeah, but I love to automate stuff. So let's see, it's just an idea. I haven't tested if it works, but I know that it is doable. This is tricky. So you want to get, yeah, that's the shape that we want to get. Maybe it looks better here. If you, for example, take it from here to, okay, this one looks fine, but sometimes if you start from here and then skip one of the scales, like for example this way, it looks weird. It has to go like that. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I guess we can just do this. There is no need to look at. Yeah. Something like this. No. Yeah, let's just continue working with this one for now. It's too late for that. Okay, we will sacrifice this scale to get back to this shape here. Okay, that's a weird one. But yeah, when we do what I said, when we bake the texture, and they're gonna look way nicer than this, and it's gonna take less time. But the reason I haven't done it before in the previous when we started this, I didn't know that it was something that I can do. I learned about it later, and yeah, I already did like a couple of lures like this, so I was more confident using this technique. But I'm kinda regretting it. Because first of all, it became a two-part. While if we had the texture back then it would have taken like seconds to make all these scales. But I don't know if it's gonna look this nice. Yeah, and the thing is, we're not even done. We still have to fix some stuff in these. But we'll skip that part and I can do it off stream. Because it's not like actually necessary to do, it just makes them look nicer. So we'll do what's necessary now. I'm just gonna finish this part of the scales and then we'll start working on
I'm a mess, I'm sad, do it all myself.
splitting the swim bait
One else, no,
into two. And you know what? I'm just gonna
don't care. If you
do them like this.
might see it now, just haunted by the ghost here in this heartbreak house, but I don't care. I really don't care. I wouldn't want to clear it up. It's the light and it's the shade.
Yeah, this is I would say this is the shape that we need.
And stones let them ricochet.
Something.
Oh,
It's tricky to know where to start from.
so red. And I
But yeah, usually you see it's like a semicircle here and then it goes like this and then like that. But most of these,
so I float
yeah,
and I won't come
they're not that great.
like I'm myself. And it's this way.
I'm gonna make them bigger just to
I'm on the
finish.
existential crisis. It's no more for me. No, I don't care. I really, really don't care. And I never think right before I
This one is nice.
gonna paint you a different picture of me. No, I don't care. I know you wish that I could.
Oh.
Wouldn't want to clear it up. It's the light and it's the shade. When the days fall hard for sticks and stones that ricochet. Oh, it's not love if it ain't disarray. And I don't ever wanna change it. Just because I'm falling doesn't mean I wanna be saved. Oh, it's not love if it ain't disarray. And I don't ever wanna change it. Just because I'm falling doesn't mean
The thing is, the orientation somehow changed here. So you see, for example,
so.
here the circle is like this. Now it's going downwards somehow. What happened here?
This way.
Here it's going upward a bit. That's probably on me.
Never waste my time. You are one.
Do this.
First wanna be alone. Your love, oh, your
Okay, here's gonna be very tricky.
oh, is what I'm living for. Say I'll never waste my time. I'm all you want. Oh, yeah, we live it up. I know for sure.
I think it worked out.
We could be spending time chasing nights. Lose the one until we see the sunrise. Hit my line, we align. Every night with you's the time of my life. Baby, don't feel no pressure. Yeah, you make everything easy, everything except leaving on.
Yeah, it's not a big lure. It doesn't take that much time. But I don't remember if it required internal weights. I think. Does it? Does it?
Lose the one until we
I don't remember. But if you put it in the slicer and slice it, if you found internal cavities in it, I think it might need weight to sit right in the water. We need to close this somehow. The biggest issue is here, up here, how to close. We can probably just do this, but it won't look the best. But it's definitely better than doing that or just leaving it. Okay, we're almost done, and then we will slice the thing apart. Yeah, you see here, I don't like this. I've done this a lot at the bottom. We will fix that later. But the thing is, sometimes you have to do it to start up this, for example, so you can connect something here. And these scales will look better if we subdivide more, but we're already at 1 million, so I'm not gonna subdivide it much. I mean, you don't need more than this unless you're printing with a resin printer, then probably you need lots of details. But for FDM, this is more than enough. You can even use less. I tried it once. I had a model that had, I think, around 1,700,000 faces. So way more than this. This is 1.2. And in Bamboo Studio, you can simplify a model. So I tried it just to see if there's any difference, and I mean, there's definitely a difference, but after you print the file, then you won't see it. You will only see it in the program. Is it repeating the song? Or no? No. Okay, that's not good. It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be a big scale. My tablet is lagging a bit. I have no idea why. Oh, I'm using it. Yeah. I connected it via Bluetooth. Maybe that's the issue. Usually it works just fine, but when I'm streaming, if I connect it via Bluetooth, it causes issues. That's too big. Yeah. Most of these don't even look like scales, to be honest. But it's fine. like that. Okay, so it's already been half an hour. I guess enough for the scales. I can finish these off stream. Let's do the fun stuff. So I'm gonna set the tablet aside for now. So we are gonna do multiple things here. We wanna cut the eye sockets to make it look like a lure or a fish, and we're gonna split it into two bodies, and I guess we can do the split first. It doesn't matter which one is first, to be honest. So what I do usually, I start with the plane, scale it up a bit, and then I can rotate it like this, and we can make it bigger, move it up a bit, as long as it covers the entire lure, that's fine. And now we need to apply the scale. So apply scale, all is one, all is good, great. And now we need to go to edit mode, and I'm gonna add one line here. Okay, now regarding symmetry, there are multiple ways to do it. I can just click symmetry on the x-axis. This will work, but if you wanna, because this can still be can still break symmetry, but if you want to be 100% sure that your mesh is symmetric, we can delete these two vertices, and then we can add a mirror modifier, enable clipping. Yeah, now we only have these four vertices, but because of the mirror, it will mirror it to the other side. So now if I select these two, I can move them on the y-axis like this, something like that. Whoops, on the y. Yeah. And what else can we do? We can add a... Okay, you know what? Let me get it back to where it was. I'll tell you why. So there's no issue with what I did. I can move it, add a solidify modifier to make it thick, and then cut it from the mesh. But I want to, I'll show you what I'm trying to achieve. I'm gonna extrude it on the y-axis. I should have probably extrude on the y by 0.2 millimeters. Okay, and now I can go to wireframe mode, go to the top, select all of these and move it on the y like that. And what I want to do is, just let me see how it is here. Okay, cool. So now I wanna, oops, where are you? Oh, where are you? Okay, Shift C will reset your zoom. Yeah, so I want to select just the top parts, this one, and now I want to move it more in the Z, in the Y. So you see what this will create? It will, if I set it back, so this is the part that I want to cut. It will give, basically, it will give your lure more movement in the water, and we can move this up even more if you want more. But I think this is fine, just a demonstration. Now we need to see where are we cutting it. I think before we cut it, let's see where we're putting the hook hangers and stuff. So I'm gonna hide this for now. Let's add a cylinder. We need it as an angon. We can do triangle face, but no, I think the angon looks better subdivided. So let's move it on the Y. Scale it on the Z. Okay, so at the moment it's 2x2, but I found out when I get the new wire that I use for twisting, 1.8 is working better for me. And even before, when I was using 2, it was like barely tight. And the tighter it is, the better. So I think 1.8 is like a sweet spot. On the Z axis, we can go with how big was our lure? On the Y, it was 120. We can go with 15. Should be more than enough to hold the lure. Apply the scale. And where are we putting? I think we can go like directly in the mouth. Probably something like this. It's important to always check the location. X0 is fine. That's what we want. Okay. And now we can duplicate it using Shift D. Oh, no, I wanted to go this way. Okay. And another one back here. I think two hooks is enough for this lure. This should probably go further back, no? Okay, where's the plane now? I think it's fine. Right here. It's like in the middle. Maybe we can move this a bit to the front, just to be sure that the hook will not get caught up here. Maybe I'm making it worse, I don't know. You have to keep printing and testing. But anyways, looks fine. Now, what I'm about to do now is actually I think, yeah. So if I do a boolean now, Bool tool difference. It's completely fine because, oh, I forgot to apply the multi-res. It's gonna take some time. Okay, wait, let's do something. Control Z. When I'm doing stuff like this, stuff that basically cannot be reverted. What happened here? Just remove this, okay, plane. Visibility, no, viewport display, yeah, solid. Okay, yeah. When I'm doing something that cannot be reverted, it's basically called destructive. Like, for example, applying a modifier. If I want to apply the multi-res, this is destructive. You can undo, but if you did so many stuff after it, it's impossible to undo because there's a limit to how much you can undo. So what I usually do is just save incremental, and this will save Zander1.blend instead of Zander.blend. So now I get to keep everything I did. Okay, I should have, no, it's fine. Zander1 is fine. And now I apply the multi-res. Did I change the lever viewport? No, it's fine. And create a boolean. Sometimes this happen. I think it's a bug in Blender or something, but if you change it to fast, it will show. What? Not even fast. Okay, that's weird. That never happened before. Huh. Okay, what if I change it to a mesh or applied it? No, that's very weird. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to Zander1, don't save. Okay, what's wrong here? Is it the scale? Oh, we have the mirror. Maybe we should apply the mirror. Oh, the multi-res is still there also. I forgot to apply it. I think it kinda worked. I can see it. Huh. There's something going on here, but I mean, you can see the line. Okay, let's go back. Let's debug this together. Okay, so the problem is here. There's a way to view. There's a way to view the normals. How was it? Place in orientation. Okay, that's why. That is why. It should be blue, but it's red. So how do we fix that? Select the object and hit Shift and it will recalculate the normals. So in edit mode, select everything, Shift and nice. Nice. Now we can probably create a boolean. I finished printing the plopper and it floats good to here. Good to hear it floats. But does it sit upright or doesn't matter actually? For the tail it doesn't matter. And for the body I think the hook will make it sit upright. But yeah, you see this difference here, this will make it swim a lot better, I hope. Yeah, the hook is downwards, good. Then it's sitting in the correct orientation. We are going to apply the multi-res. As I said, you can't go back from this. That's why we saved a version of it. Okay, cool. Now we can hide this. We don't need it anymore for now. But if we decide that we want to move this, we can still do that. And the way to do that is to... let's also apply the mirror. This will make things faster. The more modifiers you have, the slower the software is going to be, especially when you're dealing with millions of faces. So if we want to now move this, I can click G to move, then select Y, then enter a number, but it's gonna lag a lot and you don't get visual feedback of what's happening. So what I do is I will delete the Boolean modifier, click this, then move it on the Y, and to see what's going on, then that's the tricky part. You have to go to viewport display and set it to solid. Then I can move it on the y-axis, and now I can do another difference.
How do I deal with what I'm feeling? Maybe I just don't.
Okay, so now we can hide this. We can do the same for these. So difference.
I'm all alone, and I know nothing to do. Helps me forget about you.
As you can see, it's takes some time.
Only knew that didn't have a cup of coffee.
We now have two booleans. Now we can do another one. Now if you want to split these bodies, you can do that. We can easily do that actually. Just let it finish. Let's do that before we do this boolean. We need to do that. You need to be confident about the this thing. So let me just save another incremental file, and now I will apply the cut between the two. And once this is applied, let's give it a second. Now we can go to edit mode. Click A to select everything, and then we can click P to separate and by loose parts. We should now have two separate meshes. So I'm gonna go back to object mode. Yeah. So now we have cube and cube 1. So cube at the moment has two Boolean modifiers, one for this, one for that, and now we can do a Boolean on this. Okay, wait. No, I don't need these two Booleans, so I'm gonna remove them. And I can do a Boolean modifier here. Now it's faster because this only has one modifier, this one has two. So now we have the twist wire holes. And now we can, let's get this cylinder for example, or this one. Show it and we can duplicate it. So Shift D. Interesting, it didn't, oh wait, it did. But I wanna see it, so set it to solid. And the rotation, I'm gonna set it to, what was it, 90? Yeah, 90. We can go to wireframe mode and see how we're gonna do the so I can actually hide this, go back to solid mode and work like this. You can move it on the y-axis, something like that. Move it up. Maybe a bit more. Shift D, move it on the Z. Something like this. I have another idea for a lure type-ish. Yeah, sure. What is it? I like the ish. So again, another difference here. I'm using the bool tool, by the way. You can find it in the add-ons. So if you go to the settings or preferences, check add-ons and just search for bool tool. Yeah, of course I know what a soft plastic bait is, man. Come on. You're talking about like plastisol? Like make it so it can move with 3D printing. I don't get that. Yeah, I don't get that. You need to explain it. Now, for connecting this piece to this piece, there are multiple ways you can do that. We can technically cut another two holes here, and then we'll have, I think I have one. Yeah, here it is. So it will look like, it will look like that, like this. Oh, come on, not now. Come on, no. Guys, give me a second. Wait, it worked? Interesting. So is it like this camera that's causing the issue? Oh, it's the lure. It's the lure. What's going on? Okay. No, it's not the lure. The lure is fine. So yeah. Anyways, Basically, it's two twist wires that are twisted into each other. I think if you watch Marling Bates, he does that, but the downside is sometimes it does this. It depends on the type of wire you have. This one was a very stiff wire, that's why this happened. Or what we can do is we can cut a slot here that the twist wire will go into, and then we insert a pin from the bottom to hold it in place. I think I'm gonna go with 2 twist wires basically. Okay, Gamer Gyods, I don't know how to pronounce your name, to be honest. Like make a lure that acts like a soft plastic bait. Wait, you want a hard lure to act like a soft plastic lure? How is this possible? You mean like move like a soft plastic lure? So basically, you need to make like a swim bait, but maybe 3-piece, and the tail being one of them, and then the tail can move around. So the trick now is to display as solid. We need these two to have the same Z position, so I'm gonna copy this Z. Ah man, Boolean modifiers, they suck. I'm gonna set this as a Z value, and now we can move it. Right here. And now if we show cylinder 4, we need to duplicate this right here, and let's copy the value. So the trick is not to hit enter. If you hit enter, then you have to wait. Okay, another Boolean.
It's a strange kind of phase when you let go. Let your life flow like a river.
Okay, cool. Now we can do the eye. And regarding the fence, I tried adding fence on a swim bait like this one, but the problem is these fins, they will ruin the action. No matter how hard you try to balance the lure, I have printed like 15 versions of this lure, just moving the weight around, moving into the back, making sure it sinks and it sits evenly in the water. It doesn't matter, the fins will ruin the action. Kinda like it's jointed with multiple parts. Yeah, I get your point. It's like the snake lure. It has like so many parts, so it moves a lot. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, let's add the eye. Maybe we'll try doing it later. We'll see. But wait, these cylinders, did I subdivide them? No. But I think it's fine. I think it's fine because we're gonna remesh. And I mean, I should have subdivided them, but This is like only 1.8 mils, so it doesn't actually matter that much because the printer will smooth it out when it's printing it. But yeah, note to self, subdivide. I mean, it's not too late to subdivide, but let's see what happens if we subdivide now. This one is which one? Number 1. This one is number 1. Okay, this one is the one right here. So if we subdivide this now, I think it's gonna lag a bit. Yeah, and now we wait and wait, and eventually it will subdivide. Ooh, okay. I might have messed up a bit. Yeah, so let me tell you what happened. I will explain just when my computer responds. Okay, we will remove this in a bit, but basically when you add a cylinder, I'm gonna add a cylinder and let me move it here so you can see it. Okay, so when we add a cylinder and if you add a subdivision to it, this is how it's gonna look. Why? Because if we go to edit mode and see how it looks, let's go to, yeah, that's fine. So you see all these edges, this forms something called an angon, which is a face that has more than 4 vertices on it, and we can easily fix that. If I select the face and inset it a bit, immediately this looks better, but still not good. So we need to delete this face, and then if we go to edge or vertex select and select this loop, go to face, crit fill, look at this now, and now I can add something here. And we need to, of course, do the same down here. Inset, delete the face, select these, crit fill, and then add a loop here. Look at this cylinder. You can subdivide it as much as you want, and it looks amazing. But I didn't do that here, so that is fine. I'm just gonna delete the subdivision, and then we'll add the eyes. And maybe we can add the internal parts. By the way, I wanted to try something new with the internal parts that I haven't tried before, so we'll do that. Let's rename this to front and keep to one. Let's call it back. Okay, the eyes. Oh, why did I delete the cylinder? Oh my god. Let's do it really quick. I'm just gonna do one side. The second side doesn't really matter that much. So again, select the face, inset, delete the face, go to edge select, select all, face, grid fill, add a loop, and we're done. Let's subdivide it. Subdivision. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna add one here, and we're good. I will apply the subdivision makes things easier on Blender. And now let me just see if the dimensions are good. Okay, all is good. Actually I wanna how big are we gonna make this eye? Let's try an 8mm eye. Scale it on the Z. Apply the scale. 8mm. Is it too big? I think it's too big. Where are we putting this? Empty. Oh, Zander have small, very small eyes. Let's go with 5. Even 5 is big. But I'm gonna go with 5 anyway. And here's a trick. You can enable snapping and then snap to face, snap individual elements to, I think it was face project, and then align rotation to target. And now if I move this, it's gonna snap somehow, but first I need to go to edit mode, select everything, and you see this dot right here. I want it to be at the beginning, so I'm gonna move it on the X. Yeah, I wanna move it around here, for example. And that's how deep we want our eye socket. And now let me hide this just to oh, come on, no. Not what was it? Face nearest? Yeah, face nearest, not face project. And now we can put it here somewhere. Let's see how it looks now. Yeah, but need to fix some stuff. Now we can turn off the face project, and another trick we can do is we can enable the rotate gizmo or the also the move. There's a move gizmo here. Can enable these both and set this to local instead of global. Do we want it here though? Something like this. Yeah, this looks good. So let's turn these off. And now do the boolean. Let's see how it looks. Okay, I think it looks cool. Okay, so this looks cool, so I'm gonna remove the boolean. I was just testing it. Because we need to do some stuff before we actually do the boolean modifier. We're gonna click this again. first thing I'm gonna do is, I always forget this. Always, you can't, if you have a 5mm eyes, you can't just make a 5mm socket. So you want it to be something like 5.4, 5.2. 5.4 I think is fine. Just to be sure this didn't mess anything up, I'm gonna set it back to solid. No, all good. Cool. Now we can add a modifier called mirror, and then select the object, and it will mirror it on both sides. And now we can do another bool. Cool. Cool. So, other than finishing the scales, which is something I failed to do, we are done. Except for, let's save incremental. Make sure we don't lose our changes. Except for the internal stuff. And for that, what I want to do now is, I have saved an incremental version, so I have a version to fall back to in case I want to, for example, change the position of this or whatever I want to do. But now I want to apply everything. So object, convert, mesh. When you do convert to mesh, it will apply all your modifiers at once. So you don't have to go and like apply every one of them and then wait forever. You see it's done. This is now a mesh, a single mesh. Same thing here, convert. This should be faster. Convert to mesh. And now we have two meshes. Is my camera still working? Yes, cool. Yeah, we can view the meshes here. And what went wrong here? Oh no, nothing. It's fine. It is fine. Sometimes you need to hide one to see what's going on. Everything is fine. But if we check the geometry is not fine because we have lots of angles. Like, look at this face. How many vertices is like connected to this face? It's too much, too many vertices. We don't want that. But this is super clean geometry here. But then the Boolean modifiers, they mess it up. They mess everything up. So what we need to do is remesh. And Blender has a remesher. It's not the best. I don't like it too much, but it works. There's also a paid add-on called Quadrimesher. I heard lots of good things about it, but I haven't used it myself. So to remesh, we need to select the mesh, go to data, remesh, voxel, or we can do it in sculpting also. Same thing. In sculpting, you can actually see what's going on. So I can click R and you can see the detail, the level of detail. So we wanna go with this big number. Let's see. At the moment, we have 680,000 here and about 450,000 faces here. So let's try with a 0.1 mil. If it didn't work, then we'll change it. voxel remesh. It's now about 600 and it looks fine, but as you can see, this is why I don't like it. Its geometry is questionable. But it works. I mean, I 3D printed stuff like this and it just works. But here's the thing, if you use this with a resin printer, then you might have issues. And you can see here we actually have an issue. What is this? Are these disconnected? What is this? Oh, come on. So to avoid these, you need to go even lower. So I need to go back. Yeah. Or for 3D printing, you can just use this. To be honest, it works fine. But sometimes, if you wanna, for example, use the latest features in Bamboo Studio, which allows you to color stuff in Blender and then import them into Bamboo Studio and just click print, and it will print like symmetric multicolor print. It does not work with angons basically, so you have to fix your mesh. You have to remesh and then you have to go into like each individual face and fix them by one, and it's a mess. But there is a way to find them. So here, for example, you can go to select by trait, by sides, equal to, greater than. I think it was greater than. And then you can see these are our angons. So any face that has more than 4, we have lots of them. How many do we have at the moment? We have 2,639 faces that are angons. That has to be fixed. But we're not gonna worry about this. We need to add internal stuff. So the way I used to do it is by using a Boolean modifier, but I want to try something new. And if you go to edit mode and then insert a mesh, like for example a cylinder, it's here somewhere, we'll find it. But let's change, wait, where are you? Yeah. So let's change the radius, for example. Oh, come on. This is gonna be lagging. Even when I move things. Let's see, 20 mil. No, that's too much, but if I like rotate. It's usable. So I want to see if I add a geometry to the inside and then export it to Bamboo Studio. Will it be similar to the Boolean? Let's see. This is fine. Okay. So now if I exit this and export this as an OBJ or STL, selection only, desktop, apply modifiers, okay, export. Let's see how it looks. Okay, does it have internal geometry? No. No, it doesn't work like that then. This is interesting. Huh. Because when... Or wait, do I have to invert, like fix the normals or something? Where was it? Face orientation. Okay. That's probably it. So I still have these selected. Okay, I think this should fix it. Let's see. So we will replace this selection only, apply modifiers. It worked. Haha. Nice. So we don't even need a boolean modifier for this. Now, of course, I don't print lures like this. Don't do that. I would probably print it something like this. No. Why did it do this? Yeah, probably I will print it like this with supports. And it will look amazing. And here we can pause the print, insert some split shot. I don't think we even need support, but it depends on your printer and how good the bed adhesion is. Cool. So what is left now is let's remove this. Wait, do we have? I thought I saw some red here, but no. Face orientation. Okay. So what is left at the moment is to finish the scales and play around. I need to like print a couple of these to see how it sits in the water, how much weight it needs and stuff. And once it's working, then I will add it to printables. But first, let me... Do I have to save incremental here? No. I don't think so. Okay, let's create a new project. And what I want to do is... let's make something like... I want to make it big. Yeah, that's probably too much. Okay, and if you're seeing this, like for example, if you go back and it's not showing your objects, you go to the view and to the end and add a 0, for example, then you're fine. Okay, so I want to subdivide this, and we can go here and just subdivide. How many do we have at the moment? We need more. probably even more. Let's see. So as I said, we want to try. Oh, my tablet is off. Please connect. Okay, we're back on. So we can now sculpt, throw sharp. Why is it not that visible? Okay, something is weird here. Probably because it's a plane. But how do we normal radius? Ratio between the brush radius and the radius is going to be used to sample the normal. What does that mean? Means nothing. But it's not drawing right. Okay, yeah. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. The scale is set to 100. Apply the scale. And now it, yeah. Oh man. Okay. So the point, the point is to basically draw some scales. Something, for example, like that, and then do like, or how I can do it like this. Make them uniform. I mean, I'm just showing you what it could look like. This is not the final product. But yeah, you get the idea. So if we draw the scales like that, yeah, yeah, scale. Welcome, Camel. How are you? Scale is a bitch. Wait, do I have? Okay, I have that thing in the brush where when you zoom in or out, the radius will change. So if we set it to scene, now it's the same. So the plan is to basically do some stuff like this, and then somehow bake this into a texture. Bake the height map into a texture, and then we can use it. So I'm not gonna be super precise. Don't follow along for now. For some reason my tablet is lagging, but that's fine. I could probably attach it using USB instead of Bluetooth. Good man, how are you? I'm good. All is good. So by stabilizing the stroke, we can do some more hideous stuff. Again, I'm not gonna be super precise. I just want something to test the feature. So here we need to do this and this. Now this will not be symmetric, so when I actually do it, when I bake this, they're gonna be tiny scales. and it's not gonna be symmetric. What was it called? Seamless. It's not gonna be seamless. So the plan is to pack this thing with lots of tiny scales, and then we can scale it up or down to make it cover the entire lure, and then we can lay them down using a stencil, something like that. So now I just want to see how to get this baked into a texture. These look more like something else. I love the stabilized brush. Why am I still doing this? I just want to see if we can bake it. I got carried away. Okay. So we need to create a new texture. Camel, do you know how we bake things here? It's in render, I think. Bake. Clear image. How do we bake only the... Oh, here. Here. We want... Not the normal. We want... Huh. We want the height map. Let's see. Heights map from... Oh no, this is something else. This is for games. For games you want low poly, low polygon objects. So usually you create a low poly object and then you like duplicate it, make it super high poly, sculpt all your stuff, and then you bake the maps. But how can we... Flipping and recalculating now. Render. Generate height map from mesh. Size of your map. Study the XYZ values of the size of the map that you are going. Is 900. Okay, but what is this?
Didn't know this could be real. Makes no sense, just what I feel, new sensations. Kissing under summer moon, crashing waves in Malibu, no limitations. Oh,
cycles, bake type, diffuse. Wait, what? Create a new material by selecting your map. Going to edit mode, select everything and click plus symbol to add your material. Go to the shader editor. Ah, that's how you're gonna do it. You take the position, the Z, divide it by 8. interesting. That is interesting. So basically, they're making a new material, shading, and then they're getting the, what was it, the position? No. Geometry. So they're passing the position into separate XYZ. So this is a vector 3, then they're taking only the Z position. I'm not sure why do they need this divide, we'll check it in a bit. Diffuse, BSDF. Let's see what happens here. Oh, what did I do? No. Shift C, okay. Material output surface. That's fine. So at the moment it's black. Maybe that's why they are doing the divide. Yeah, that's not doing anything. So we want, basically what I want is the black to be down, like the lowest point to be black, and then the highest point to be white. And how are they doing that? They're using a diffuse BSDF, but that's basically the same thing. It's just a color input. Position vector. Probably it's but these are for these are for something else. These are for the texture. Make a square consisting of 4 lines around the map. Normalize the Z value. Let's see. What? How big is this? Normalize the Z value. Wait. What happened? I'm not that good with the shading part of Blender. Okay, my mouse and my... Wait, what happened? So my my pencil was clicking stuff and it did something. Fraction, no. Normalize? You want me to divide it by something? This is what they were doing, right? Divide. But maybe this is like a really big value. No. How do we know what the value is? I mean, at some point it should change to white, right? No. No, that's not the point. If that was the case, then it would just be white. What was the fraction? Try adding input value as number and then a math node with subtract. Add the input value as a number and then a math node with subtract. Okay, I see what you mean. But can't we do that just here? Subtract the value. Interesting. Interesting. Nice. Okay. Okay. I think this is what we want. But how? It's not super smooth. I'm trying to think about it because these values actually mean something. The black, when it comes to sculpting, black means nothing. Yeah, it means like keep the vertex where it is, and then white, it means move it. But the problem with this subtraction is this is not smooth. It goes from solid black to solid white. I mean, it's kind of smooth, but it's not what I want. Okay, so this is Z value at 0. I mean, with no change. And then if we remove from it around 2 mil, then it's gonna be 0. I see. I think that's why they were doing a division. Divide by 0. No, don't divide by 0. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so white. Okay, this is good. This is good. I'm kinda confused why negative works. But but I think this is better than the subtract one, because now we have a smoother transition and we can control this. I would go for something like this. Okay, so white means do something. It depends on the brush, whether the brush is set to plus or minus. If it's minus, this means the white will dig. If it's plus, means the white will protrude outwards. But now we have this gradient. Let's see. I think I need to make it more subtle. Something like this. Hopefully it will work. Let's see. Yeah, it's much better than the subtract. So now we need to bake this somehow. No, I don't think we need to follow what there's here. Let's see. The texture that I added, where is it? I haven't added anything, that's fine. So let's add a texture. Image texture. Let's create a new one. Let's do a 248. Color black, new image, okay. Wait, where is it? Okay. And now we go here to render, bake. Okay, what do we bake? Diffuse, right? Oh, that's why they had a diffuse shader. Or will this work? Let's replace it with a diffuse, just... Huh. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. Roughness 0. Is this what we want? I think. Nice. And let's bake it. Image texture. We want to bake it here. Is this it? Yeah. Bake. Okay, what happened? Baking saved to internal image, save it externally or back it. Is it saved here? Let's see. We can... How do we cut it? Alt? No. Shift? No. I forgot how. Like that. Yes. It worked. So now we open the image. No. New image. Ah man. Blender has so many features. I barely know 1% of them. How the hell do we export this? From here? It's this, right? Save. Desktop. And it's called Shitty Scales. Ah, no. Okay, never mind. This is it doesn't matter. Save as. Okay, let's try something. So we're gonna create a sphere. Hide this. Something like that. Okay, subdivided by a lot. Apply it. And now we can try sculpting on it. So for that, which I'm gonna use the draw brush. Okay, what the hell is this? Scale. Okay, now we can draw. Cool. So texture, new. We need to open something here. Desktop. Shitty something. Or wait, why did I click new? We already had it here. Yeah, texture 1. And there are multiple ways to do this. Tiled is not gonna work. View plane, area plane, 3D. What was 3D? You can see, kind of see the scales around the. Yeah, no. I think what works is stencil. And where is the stencil? I remember. No. Come on. I remember there was a way to move it. Stroke method, curve. Reset transform? No. Why isn't it? It should be here. Oh yeah. Okay, it's right click. Just remember. Let's see. It's too much, so we need to make this smaller. And of course, I should be using the pen, not the mouth. And I don't know about this. Maybe because at the moment we only have a couple of them. But maybe when we have more, it will work better. And thing is, here they're gonna stretch, so we're gonna have to find a way to fix that. Because if you look here at the top, and if I do this, it's gonna stretch. I think there is a way, but I need to find this way. So, what's happening? Okay, let's see. Stroke, we have space. Airbrush, no, that's not it. Reset transform. Vector displacement. Maybe with the stencil thing, we cannot actually do that. Because I think 3D is... Huh. We can do something. We can use 3D and anchor. Oh no. What's this? Do we have symmetry on? Why is it doing this? Yeah, stencil so far is like the best mode, but if we subdivide this, I think it's gonna look sharper. And now we're at 2 million. Yeah, I will find a way. This was just like a bonus thing. But I'm gonna find a way where we can bake a map similar to what we did here, but of course it's gonna be a lot more detailed than this. And without these, I don't know what these are. Probably because I added a light. I don't know. But yeah, these look like something else. I'm gonna make the scales a lot smaller. And the good thing when we make the scales smaller is we can basically like zoom in and zoom out on the texture. To make the scales bigger or smaller might cause some issues with the resolution, but yeah, again, I have to like experiment with these, and then once I have like a really good set of scales, maybe I'll release them on printables, we'll see. But yeah, so far we're gonna continue using the regular method, which is throwing every scales on its own until I have this solution ready and working the way I want it to work. Let's go and check on the Zander lure. Before I leave, if you guys have any question, this is the time, I guess, to ask them. The Zander lure is almost ready, but as I said, I'm gonna have to print a couple of versions of these to test them, make sure they sit right in the water. I'd like check how much weight it needs. Complete the scales here and here, down here, and should be fine. Should be fine. Today is 7. Next Sunday is the first day where we can fish using lures in Czech Republic. So until then, I can only test it in the sink. I have unrelated question. Is it possible to print with food-friendly material? When it comes to food safety, it's a big topic in 3D printing, and the thing is, PLA by nature is food safe. But the thing is, when you print something with a 3D printer, you're laying down layers on top of each other, and there are very, very, very tiny gaps between these layers. And no matter how food safe the material is, there will always be bacteria that will like live in these small tiny crevices. So you can print something from ELA and then do some post-processing to it to make it food safe. Like, for example, you can do multiple coats of food safe epoxy or varnish that will fill all these holes, and then you should be fine. You can do that literally with any material, but PLA would be your best option. The only issue with PLA is it doesn't tolerate heat that much. So if you expose it to like 50 or 60 degrees Celsius, it might deform and warp. More than that, it might melt. So if you want something that can take some heat, you can use veggie, I guess. I'm not sure if it's food safe, but again, you can coat it. As long as the coating is not damaged, you're fine. Yeah, I wanna test this. This is the first time I do a joint like this. Usually I just do a straight line that is like 0.2 or 0.3 mil thick. So this is like uniform. But I might have done too much separation, but we'll see. Thank you. Thank you, Camel, for the chat messages. Really appreciate it. Chat messages make the stream fun. Yeah, overall, I'm happy with the lure. It really looks like a Zander. As I said in the previous episode, sometimes you make a lure, like for example, I'm making a perch lure or or an ID lure. I think I did an ID and the chub. No, the chub turned out well, but mostly because it has like these fins and stuff. But usually you look at the lure and it's hard to know what the fish is. But this one, it's like, that's a Zander. Just that's probably because of the shape of the head, because Zander has a unique shape, so probably it's that. Yeah, super happy with the lure. I don't like the scales much, even though I did them one by one, but I kind of messed it up a bit. So that's why I'm trying to make a texture for it, because these scales, they took hours to make, and with that texture it's gonna take a couple of minutes. And I think if I apply the mask correctly, I'm not even gonna worry about the stretching here at the top, because usually in a lure there's not much curvature. So if you mask this area here and this area down here, because you don't even want these scales at the edge, so it's kind of flat. It's still curved, of course, but it's not that much. We'll see. That's for next week, but I'm sure it's gonna be good. Yeah, and other than this, don't forget to join my Discord server. It should be in the description. You can suggest ideas there. You can get more frequent updates. And by the way, I'm streaming also on Twitch. And very soon, hopefully tomorrow and in the upcoming days, I'm gonna start making a game just for fun. I don't want to mix Twitch and YouTube, so I don't want to stream what I'm streaming on Twitch on YouTube or upload it to YouTube, because on YouTube I'm doing lure making stuff, so I don't want to like mix it up, make a game, make a lure. So Twitch is just for fun, me enjoying my time. We can chat. I'm gonna test Godot. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use it as a game engine. I might try Unreal. We'll see. But yeah, I'll be sharing updates on Discord, as I said, and if you have any questions also, you can send them there or add a comment. But I think we're good. Oh, good. It's 11:30. I should go sleep. So see you guys next Monday. We have the Monday night CAD. We're doing a lure turner. Impressive, good stuff. And this Zander lure, I will probably finish it in the next upcoming day or two, and then we'll upload it to printables. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill here in the background. If you guys have any questions, send a message, and thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day.